Okay, making sure everything is good. Should let me take these out for now. So, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with another private stream. I have really debated on when and how I should make this video. Um, I guess I got the proper motivation, inspiration for this. And I would also like to hear from you guys in the comments too. Like, what does this particular franchise means to you as well? So, all right, let's get right into it. So, yes, what does Star Wars mean to me personally? I mean, to me, it's everything, guys. I guess I'm glad that I like got interested in it at not a very early age, but like as soon as I was almost turning 10. So uh this was back in October 2010. I was still 9 again, turning 10. I watched the original trilogy and I thought, this is great. This is awesome. Because I remembered, again, it was an early age, but it was introduced to me somewhat early on. My uncle, I reviewed this box set so many times on the channel. If you guys know this, I reviewed the 1995 VHS Star Wars box set, and my uncle has that. So I remember, like, we watched the original trilogy in VHS all day, and like younger me, maybe like 8-year-old me, wasn't so interested in the time because I was like, "What the heck? Can I just leave?" So yeah, I'm happy that I got into it. You know. Um, Also, Star Wars, like, it helped me learn a lot with common sense because um, I can't imagine any like 5-year-old just learning common sense right away when they watch a movie or TV show. Because as a kid, when I was watching TV or movies, I just didn't care what was going on, just as long as I was entertained. Like if there was something on the TV, I'm gonna watch it. I mean, sure. Through the years, of course, common sense has, you know, peeked into my life a little bit growing up, but just like when it came to Star Wars, like it helped me a lot. And of course, like the acting, the characters, the dialogue, the stories, all of it. Like Star Wars has really helped me get out of like dark situations, and it is true what people say about the franchise. It's like when you go to watch Star Wars, like you feel like you're part of it, like you're just out of reality. Like if you're going through a bad day, and then it's just like, yeah, it's that important, guys. And remember, guys, without Star Wars, we wouldn't have these other great projects today. Okay, so we got to appreciate George Lucas. That's another thing. I love George Lucas so much, and I respect his creative decisions because I respect him as an independent filmmaker, because I can understand why he doesn't want Hollywood to get in the way, because they would wreck it. And George did say it. It did look like the very first Star Wars looked like it was made by Disney. It has like that Disney type feel to it. But remember, for the new fans that are coming in who are interested in Star Wars, Star Wars back then was pre-Disney, and coming up this December actually will be the 10-year anniversary that like Disney bought Star Wars, or Lucasfilm really. And I know the fan base is more divided now because of it. Like, well, at least there were some good things that came out of the Disney Star Wars franchise, which we'll get into later. But it's just like, I remember hearing stories in recent years, like after when the saga was complete back in the day, there was a time when you couldn't like Star Wars. Like you were considered like a nerd or whatever. It's just, come on. Like, why you gotta be like that? And Star Wars has peaked throughout the years, like whether it's good merch or whatever. It's just and of course, come like hearing like Hayden and Ewan years later from Revenge of the Sith. Like, of course, the internet wasn't so like social media wasn't so popular back in the day. So like prequel fans couldn't get their voices heard. So like, I'm happy that the prequels are being appreciated now, especially Episode 1. Okay, I love Episode 1. Okay, and of course Jar Jar is great, and Just like me, Ewan wants Jar Jar to come back. So hopefully in season 2 of Kenobi, maybe we'll get like some sort of like tragic backstory to what happened to Jar Jar after like the Clone Wars. Um, let's see. So yeah, I when I was getting into Star Wars, like you gotta understand, it is true what Star Wars, like hardcore Star Wars fans tell you when you get into this. When you get into this, you need to be like you need to prepare yourself. Like you need to like understand like again the divided fan base. Um, at least both sides are stronger and we're all passionate about it. Um, yeah, and the story is a little complicated, but once you pick up the pieces and like it becomes clear, um, yeah. What else? And Star Wars is not dark or horror themed. Okay, do not go accusing like I just a little side rant to this. I just want to get this out of the way. Don't be accusing Lego for not releasing any like horror themed stuff because they have released some adult themed stuff in recent years. So don't be going at Lego like oh they can't make this into a Lego thing because it's horror. Oh, but they made Star Wars sets. Like what is that supposed to mean? Star Wars when George was making it, it was never his intention to make it a horror franchise. And okay, sure, the Star Wars franchise is a little dark, but it's not like 100% dark, okay? But I'm pretty sure we can all agree the one film in cinematic history that's easily the best out of all the films, and it even beats Empire Strikes Back, James. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much. It's my all-time favorite. Again, the acting, the plot, the story, whatever. Hayden Christensen, oh my goodness. That movie was supposed to be 4 hours long. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, guys? Now people are having polls like Disney should re-release the film as 4 hours. Maybe like grab some of the scrapped up footage or maybe like add some new shots or like put in the Clone Wars animation style. Like that'd be so cool, guys. I'm gonna tell you the same thing that Balin said years ago when it came to a Star Wars video. You're a nerd if you don't like Star Wars. Okay. Now there's a two-sided coin when it comes to people not liking it or they haven't heard of it or watched it. Now, one side, I've had some people say like, "Oh, I've never seen the films before," or "I don't like it," and I'm like, "That's fine, as long as they're not going in hard, But there's that other side where I have met people in really strict Christian families, like they made it sound like Star Wars is the biggest sin that's ever been created. Like, shut the frick up! You have no idea how much charity work that Star Wars has done, okay? Hospital visits, other charities, fundraisers. So unless if you know that stuff, you have no business like judging Star Wars, okay? There was this quote, my own quote that I used to say on my channel years ago. Maybe I could bring it back if you guys want me to. It was Spider-Man Homecoming related. Like, you know how Tony tells Peter, like, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it? Well, I took that quote and I'm just like, if you're nothing without Star Wars, then you shouldn't watch it. So let me know in the comments if you want that back and if you want it to be like my signature saying, I guess. And if you say Darth Vader sucks, again, no matter what side of the division of the fans, we're all going to tell you to shut the frick up, okay? Because seriously, Darth Vader is easily the best cinematic villain of all time, okay? So yeah, don't even go there. Seriously, the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is such a beautiful story. I remember when I was getting into Star Wars, again, common sense wasn't really kicking in. Sure, Star Wars helped a lot, but it's just like, I didn't really care for story or plots or anything. It's just my beef with Anakin, before the prequels were popular. My belief was like, oh, he's born evil. He's always evil. So he's going to like, Like I had it bad, like not that way, just like I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I thought of Anakin like that. So now that I have a better understanding, of course I understand it in a few years' time. It's just like with his age and like how he came into the Jedi Order at the age 9. Because remember, the Jedi Order can bring in force sensitive kids, like children, when they're either, it's usually when they're babies, so like they don't develop like those types of emotions. Um, and if any of you guys have seen Ant-Man, like the first one, you know the quote I'm going to be talking about here from Hope Van Dyne, when like this requires for franchises, okay? You have to commit, you have to mean it. There's no shortcuts, no lies. Yup, that includes not only that you have to watch the movies, but you have to watch the TV series, okay? For a perfect example, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, yep. Because of this, the prequels are high praised. Oh no, it's an animated series. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? That's right, nothing. You're going to let me enjoy this, okay? Some other people I've met, some of them are edgy too. Like, they don't like a lot of cartoons when it comes to different franchises. Like, oh, because it's a cartoon or it's animated. Like, grow the frick up, okay? Seriously. Like, even adults, okay, can enjoy this stuff, okay? This is why it's like the best Star Wars content in the franchises, because it's not like your stereotypical like little kid show. Like, remember how I said like Star Wars is somewhat dark? Well, the Clone Wars is it has a good mix of like darkness and lightness, like all the good stuff that you want from this series. So don't you dare be getting on me or any Star Wars fan like, oh, it's an animated thing, like you shouldn't watch it. Like, again, shut the frick up, okay? We didn't ask to get harassed. I would really like, for the longest time, I've been trying to like, I want to get into the 501st so bad. Like, remember when I said like Star Wars does a lot of charity? Well, back in like '07 at the Pasadena Rosa parade, like the 501st, like a bunch of fans came in as stormtroopers and different characters. And I'm like, that's what I want to do. And when The Mandalorian came out, Lucasfilm reached out to the 501st, and they came in as extras. I'm like, yes, this is a perfect opportunity. Yep, for sure. Again, remember, guys, without Star Wars, we wouldn't have any of these projects, okay? And don't say Superman the movie is the best. Like, no, that came out a year later. So, like, no, Star Wars is the pinnacle of cinema, okay? Even Stranger Things has nothing on this, okay? I'm pointing at the box set, but, like, still. I can't wait when that series is over and people could go back to other important things like, Star Wars, Five Nights at Freddy's, Zack Snyder's Justice League saga, whatever it is. Yeah. Until I hear that the cast from Stranger Things does like charity work or whatever, don't bother, okay? I've seen it, and it's not even age appropriate for little kids. I never liked it from the start, ever since like it came out. If it was TV 14, maybe I could get into it, but it's just not my thing. Yeah, so don't say Lego doesn't do like adult theme sets, because they have released a Stranger Things set before. It's funny how it's expensive now. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be funny hearing people's stories like, oh, I spent this much on that set, like whatever. So anyways, that's my personal thoughts on Star Wars. Tell me in the comments, guys, what does it mean to you? And if you're getting into Star Wars, we welcome you. Yeah, again, please understand it's a very divided fan base. And it's just, as long as we can all agree that it's a beautiful franchise, honestly. It has a stronger fan base. Disney Star Wars, I want to cover that a little bit. Most of the recent stuff has been good. The sequel trilogy has not been good because of the liberal politics they put in. So I loved Kenobi. Seriously, this was a show I've been wanting for a long time. some of the good Disney Star Wars stuff started with Star Wars Rebels. Again, that's another animated series if you're getting into that. Yeah, especially Avatar has got nothing on. It has nothing on Star Wars, so Avatar can suck it as well. So yeah, Lucasfilm is, they're listening to us, the fans. Like it's getting back to up to its roots because after the Rise of Skywalker, like 2020, like remember how I said Star Wars peaked in different timelines? Well, 2020, like peaked for me because I was watching the Clone Wars a lot, Rebels, The Mandalorian. Like that's what got me back into the Star Wars field. When I was getting caught up with the MCU, I was more focused on that than Star Wars. I almost lost my interest in Star Wars back in 2015 and in my high school days. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm out of high school now because, I was going through some stuff. So yeah, like I said earlier, there was some stuff, like some good stuff that came out of the Disney Star Wars era. Not the sequels, not even Star Wars Visions. And don't get on me if I don't like another franchise, okay? Because if I've said it once, like, oh, I don't like this, then that's fine. I only said it once. But if you constantly say, like, oh, I hate Star Wars because it's garbage, like, and you're gonna say, oh, don't take that personally, please, or Darth Vader sucks. Like, guess what? As Star Wars fans, we are going to take it personally, okay? So please don't go there. Don't cross that line, okay? Same with Lab Rats. If you judge Lab Rats, then we're all going to tell you to shut the frick up, seriously, because it's a good show. I'll talk about that in another episode. But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for buying. May the Lord and may the Force be with you guys. Always love you guys. Peace out, guys, and have a great night. All right, bye, guys.